My Little Pony.
I have a feeling that today's episode is gonna be, well, one of my most controversial episodes yet. Today we're gonna talk about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, aka My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is a cartoon series developed for television by Lauren Faust, who also did major work on popular shows like The Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. But originally, Faust was trying to develop her own original show called Milky Way and the Galaxy Girls. The show even has its own website as well as a short promo video. However, Hasbro asked her to do a show about My Little Pony instead, and thus Friendship is Magic was born. It's, well, unlikely you've not heard about bronies at this point. It's more or less the reason this episode of Top 10 Facts even gets made. Anyhow, the show is quite obviously aimed towards a young female audience, but somehow the show has gathered a massive online following consisting of mainly teen and adult males, now known as bronies. Female fans of the show may also be referred to as Pegasisters. It all began on 4chan soon after the first episode debuted in 2010, where 4chan members started spamming images and videos from the show, which soon turned into memes. Out of curiosity, this led more members to watch the first episode, and very quickly the show gained fans outside of its target demographic. Since then, the fandom has quite literally exploded across the internet. I even got ponyfied myself by Official the Pony on Facebook. In the pilot episode of the show, a character with a cross-eyed type of expression can be seen, which was later explained to be an error by the animators. Fans quickly noticed this, and soon the character got the name Derpy or Derpy Hooves because of the similarities to the Derpface character. And because fans took such a liking to the character, they intentionally kept the cross-eyed expression, and the name Derpy Hooves has since been adopted by the show itself. Princess Celestia was originally going to be a queen and have the highest of authority and no one to outrank her. However, Hasbro changed her into a princess despite Lauren Faust being against it, because in their opinion, children view queens as evil while a princess is seen as good. As with, well, any TV show really, a lot of locations and characters were renamed during development. For example, Twilight Sparkle was originally going to be named just Twilight, but there were legal issues, presumably because of the Twilight franchise. The name Twilight Twinkle was also suggested before finally going with Twilight Sparkle. Princess Luna was originally going to be named Princess Selena, and Nightmare Moon would have been named Discord, which ultimately went to another villain. As a side note, Luna means moon in both Italian and Spanish, and Selene translates to moon in Greek, which could be the reason she got the name Nightmare Moon. Gilda was originally named Griselda, and Applejack's dog Winona would have been named Brandy or Buckaroo, and Ponyville was originally going to be named Philadelphia. The character Discord was entirely created by Lauren Faust herself and was actually inspired by the character Q from Star Trek. In fact, Discord is actually voiced by the actor who played Q. A survey conducted this year revealed that the average age of bronies is 21 and over 80% is male. And given the stereotypical feminine nature of the show, a lot of people seem to presume that you must be gay to enjoy it. Well, the same study shows that almost 85% identifies as being straight. Other interesting points is, for example, that 80% of bronies does not consider themselves furries, 71% have never tried cosplaying, 45% also watch anime, 75% have not been in a serious relationship in the last 12 months, 72% still live with their parents, and most people first got exposed to the fandom during season 2 of the show and found it through a message or image board. The show also has tons of references. For example, Doctor Who's is named after Doctor Who. Canterlot was inspired by Minas Tirith from The Lord of the Rings. At the end of the episode The Return of Harmony, there's a segment that's almost a scene-for-scene recreation of the ending of Star Wars A New Hope. In the episode The Cutie Pox, the three main characters from the movie The Big Lebowski can be seen during a segment that takes place in a bowling hall. A famous scene from the TV show I Love Lucy is featured in the episode The Last Roundup. The episode Read It and Weep makes clear references to the Indiana Jones franchise, and there's tons more of these. Sometimes you can see a specifically colored ribbon on the tail of a horse. The color of these ribbons often have a meaning such as blue, which means that the horse is a stallion. A red ribbon means that the horse is a kicker. And well, the color of Applejack's ribbon, yeah, you make the connection. No matter what your opinion about the show and the fandom that surrounds it is, you can't deny how enormous this whole brony fandom has become when there is now an annual convention called the BronyCon that was last year visited by over 8,000 people. 3 documentaries has also been made covering the topic and given insight to the whole phenomenon in a much better way than this short video ever could. The latest documentary was made in 2014 and is called A Brony Tale.